Hey guys, as always, thanks for watching my video. Today's video is about making a career change. But not just any career change. We want to make a very successful career change. And it doesn't matter whether you're 30, 40, 50, and lately even 60. Anyone can do this if they do it right. We get into the 4 steps of making a very successful career change. As this thumbnail says here, what's holding you back? Because that's usually the problem that most people have, is even taking the first step. Do you have responsibilities? Responsibilities to others? Do you have bills? Because we all have bills. Is it mortgage, car payment, school, education, kids? Do you have need training? Are you one of those people that need additional training, additional schooling? Is it because of costs, additional costs that will cost you so you can make that career change and you don't feel like you have that right now? We're going to address all of those points one by one. So again, we are going to address those problems at the end of the video, but I want to give you the first step. What skills do you have that are transferable? And all that means is, what skills do you have now? Are you a good communicator? Are you a good salesperson? Are you mechanically inclined? Do you like working with your hands? Take those skills into your next career change. I'm a firm believer, if you follow your passion and your gift, then your skills and your new career will make room for you. Now, you need to know your strengths and your weaknesses. Are you a person, I know a lot of men especially, that did not like working in the office. They like being outside. They like being able to move around. Those kinds of guys will not excel in an office environment. So their transferable skill is that they like being outside, they like working with the hands, they like physical labor. Now, I know a lot of guys and girls that talk, that are positive people. They have sales skills. So they should be using that career change skill into the new career. What do I mean by that? Instead of starting a totally new career that you're not interested in, start with the skills that you have, such as sales, such as communication. When you're in your element, you're going to have a lot more fun. It's going to be a lot easier to move into that new skill instead of learning something totally new. One of the other transferable skills might be you're a problem solver. You might be a tech-minded person, be it computers, be it cell phones, be it appliances or automobiles. If you're that kind of person, that's a gift you have. That's a passion. That's something you should start with first when you move into a career or a new career. Now, this next point is a big one. What do you want from your next career change? Now guys, when I say career change, if any of you follow me for any length of time, I'm mainly talking entrepreneurship. But don't get me wrong. If you need to work for someone or work under a mentor until you get that ability to start your own business or hit the entrepreneurship arena, then you need to do that. But what are you looking for in that next career? Some of you are looking for a challenge. You hate the 9-to-5 grind. You hate the same old, same old. You hate going to work, punch a clock, go to lunch, and the evening punch a clock, come right back home. You've been doing it for years. So you're looking for a challenge. Some of you guys are looking for quality of life because some jobs are high in demand. They want you to work a lot of hours. And here lately, because of the way the workforce here in America, there are help wanted signs everywhere, so the bosses are going to lean on those good workers a little bit harder, longer hours, weekends. So you may say, look, I'm tired of working 60 and 50 and 70 hours a week. I need a quality of life. That's what you need to take to your next career. As you see on this slide, value time over money. Let me tell you guys something. The money will come. What you need to do is find out what kind of person you are, what you want out of the career, and you need to encompass everything. If you're a person that likes spending time with your family, which you should, then you need a quality of life. You don't need to work 60, 70 hours a week because there is very little time for family. So don't go for the money first. The money will come later. Get the other things in order and then watch the money follow. This next slide is one of the biggest problems with most people that want to change career. They don't get the experience they need. Nothing should stop you from getting the experience that you need for that next career that you're interested in going in. Guys, we got too much technology available. You got cell phones, computers. If you have to get the training online, do it. If you have to take a course, do it. If you have to go back to school, part-time, on weekends, do it. It really depends on how bad you really want to move into that next career or that next big job or the next entrepreneurship. But whatever experience you need to get it. Some of you may have to work for somebody for free under a mentorship, or you may have to volunteer. Do whatever it takes, of course, the right way, to get that experience and get that skill under your belt or that training so you can start that new career. I'm going to tell you this, guys, you've heard it on some of my other videos, but it's a true fact of life. It's a sign of insanity to do the same thing and expect different results. It's not going to happen. You got to make that first move. And another thing I will add here is this. Make a schedule. Make a to-do list and start there. If you want to start a career on being a mechanic, then you need to go to some shops, friends that are already mechanics, and hey guys, can I just follow you during the day? Can I see what you do? Another tip, you should test that new career before you jump into it full-fledged, meaning full-time. You may find out you don't like that career. It might have been a dream, but when you find out the details, when you find out the little things, when you find out the everyday mundane steps and actions of that new career, you may find out you have a different goal in mind or a different career. Now, as I said, I was going to address the first slide, bills, responsibility to others. That's actually simpler than you think. All you need to do is adjust some of your budget, spend some of your time in the area that will help you there. Let me give you an example. Number one, when I created my online course, I still had a wife at home and 3 kids. I tried to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I thought an hour or so before they go to school and everybody's moving about, then that would be enough time to spend a good hour. Never worked. I always got interrupted. Somebody always needed something. So I had to make an adjustment. What was my adjustment? I got up at 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I would do that at least 3 to 4 or 5 times a week sometime, creating that course one day at a time. I would do whatever it took to get to my goal. So what was the short answer? I made the necessary steps needed to get to my goal, which was to create my course. That's the same for you. When it comes to bills and your responsibility to others, what can you cut back on? Can you get a part-time job? Can the family help you? Especially the wife or the husband. If you got grown kids, they can bear some of that responsibility. They can get part-time jobs. Or you can cut back on eating out. There are 1,000 ways to achieve your goal in starting a new career. All you have to do is take action. All you have to do is know why you're changing that career. What is your motivator? It might be that you hate the job you're on. You hate the location you're living in. And that new career will give you the opportunity to move where you want, to relocate. You may feel like you need more money for you and your family. That new career will provide that. Find your motivator. Find a way to make it happen, because you can. And I guarantee you, you will have a very successful career. I appreciate you watching the video. And as always, be blessed and be encouraged.